All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Connecting the Dots with S&G. I'm your host, Jeff Harold, alongside the beautiful Shay Sharende. It is August 28th, Thursday night. You know what that means, a special guest in the building. This lady shows so much love.
Dude.
So much love. So much admiration and respect to Connecting the Dots. And we really do appreciate her. And the fact that she wanted to come on the show, you know, we were honored and privileged about this. And I know that Shay Trendy, you know what I'm saying, she set this one up. You feel what I'm saying? So I was kind of excited. It's good to have some new blood in there. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
It definitely is. And we are most definitely excited to have her here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to give it up for the beautiful, the one, the only, the lovely Miss Sproles. Y'all give it up to her.
Hey, thank you for coming. Period.
Now,
Period.
Miss Sproles, you are definitely a pillar in the Connecting the Dots group, and we really do appreciate you showing your love and support. But a lot of people don't know what it is that you do. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, I've done a little bit of research, of course, but I don't want to give too much away. So I want you to tell the people exactly, you know, who you are, where you're from, and what is it that you do. You feel me? How do you save the world?
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you, Connecting the Dots, for having me. I am honored to be here. You guys have a truly amazing show, so thank you so much for having me. So I am what they call a business mogul, a serial entrepreneur. I'm someone who really enjoys helping others with the blessings that I'm blessed with. So I'm trying to figure out where to start.
I mean, just start wherever you want to. Start wherever you want to.
So it's your time, baby.
Yeah.
So I am a community advocate. I own a DFW nonprofit. I help women who have been through domestic violence and also those who are unsheltered that need a new start in life.
Okay.
So that has been my passion for a while. I'm also a survivor of domestic violence and an author because of it.
Okay.
I share my stories to impact others so that they know how to get out and just how that process is when you're going through it. Wow. See, I got such a long list of this.
I mean, hey, give it to us. Give it to us. Go ahead. Give it to us.
Okay. So I also do artist management. I'm an event planner.
Okay.
I'm also a nurse.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, she really had to save the world.
Yes, I save
lives.
lives.
Coach JB, and that's one of my favorite artists. He done been through the building. Look, his name right over there on the wall that you're going to have to sign before we leave.
Okay, well, I want to do a shameless plug because JB, Jake Bailey, for y'all who don't know who JB is, he is a dynamic Dallas artist.
Thanks.
He is, that is my brother, that is my best friend. And I'm gonna plug his album, y'all. Y'all go get that Blackout album. I love him to death. He's a great person. He has great energy.
Okay.
So I am just ecstatic to even have a brother like him. He's truly amazing.
Right on.
Right I'm gonna definitely be at the party Sunday because it's been
Come on.
But yeah, I am a big JB fan. That's my boy.
Come on, Shay. Come on to the Blackout Takeover. Come on.
I'm coming.
That sounds good. That sounds really good. And the artist management. How long you been doing artist management for?
So I've been doing artist management for a little under a year.
Mm-hmm.
I will say there are ups and downs to that. But I try my best to just, be a good manager, make sure that I brand people right because I want everybody to be successful and win. So that's always my goal going in, no matter what the situation is. I work really hard to manage the artists that I have been able to manage to make sure that they're successful.
I love that. I love that a lot. And you said you were a nurse. How long have you been a nurse for?
So I've been a nurse now for 2.5 years. I actually graduate this Saturday.
Hey!
Congratulations.
I am upgrading my nurse license, and then I'll be going back to become an actual doctor.
Oh, damn.
No,
Oh,
I told you she got big dreams.
Yeah,
She got big
yeah,
dreams.
no.
I be passing. I'm like, okay, I love it.
I want to see more black doctors in the community. I would love to see that.
And see, a lot of people believe like they're like, okay, well, you're a nurse, so did you just do it because like that's what everybody's doing? But I actually did it because in my nonprofit, I'm going to be opening up a free hospital in DFW where I'm going to be offering free healthcare, free services to those who cannot afford it. So that's what made me go to school to get all my license and degrees.
That's
Yes.
amazing because so many of our people in the community do not have health insurance.
Yes.
Do not have any type of medical, dental, vision, any of that. And a lot of them are really walking around just like walking dead stamps. Walking
Yes.
dead stamps. So I think that'll be most definitely a big thing for the community. If y'all don't understand what that means, if she's offering free services, that means that this is a nonprofit organization to a certain degree. So that means donations count. So here's the thing. If y'all really care, we say all the time, we want to see more black doctors and nurses and everything else. So now it's y'all time to show and prove. When she does this, it's y'all time to show and prove just how much y'all really care. This is just what I'm saying. Like, we have a lot of people that really don't think like that. We have a lot of a lot of black nurses, but a lot of black doctors. We hear about that a lot of times and we see that, but it's one of those things where you look at it like, man, that brother or that sister is doing something, saving the actual world.
Yes.
We got many a rappers, many a singers, many a comedians. Like we got plenty of them, but black doctors and black nurses, most definitely, I believe, are two not just careers, but life-changing, life-changing circumstances that really put you in a position to help people and really see the other side of the world as far as what our people think, and how they really feel. Being a nurse, what are some of the things that you've had to see as far as just the ups and downs of actually just helping people, saving people?
I think a lot of times people will look at social media and then they'll kind of deem what they feel like that's what all of us nurses do,
Right.
or we really are just out here just look cute, drive a nice car. And it's like, no, like when you are a nurse, when you are in the medical field, there's a lot that we see. There's a mental toll. A lot of times, things pull at our heart because we genuinely care about what we do. And so, you have to understand we experience death. We experience so many different things. That we really have to kind of keep our minds into what we're doing and not let it overtake us. So, that medical field, it's a lot that you go through.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I can just imagine. And the trajectory that you're on with all of this entrepreneurship is amazing because, we're not just talking about the careers. We're talking about the companies that you're opening on the outside of these careers. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I be seeing you dropping flyers from like left to right. So can you give us like some more insight too on like the things you have coming up?
Yes, so I now own my own medical agency. It's called Everkind Medical Care. I go into homes, and when they don't want their loved ones in the hospital setting, they would prefer for them to be at home. I am now licensed in the state of Texas to go into your home and provide medical care for you so that you can just have peace in the comfort of your home, because everybody's not okay with the whole hospital setting.
That's true.
It makes it worse.
That's true. What's that little Mexican girl on Disney Channel back in the day that had like 31 jobs? You know exactly what I'm talking about too. That's exactly what you is. It was a show. I forgot what show it was, but she knows exactly what I'm talking about. She had like 31 jobs. I forgot who that was. I'm gonna look it up in a minute, but like that's what she remind me of. Like just everything she has going, like it's a lot. But how do you manage all of this out? Because we're gonna get deeper into the music and the entertainment part of all of this, but I want to kind of get the more corporate, part out of the way. But I want to talk about it a little more now. When it comes to the medical field, now I know that you've seen now. Well, before I say that, I'll say this: with you opening, you're not trying to. You are going to open it up. You're opening up a hospital. With free healthcare and free particular services. Now, what are a few things that you see in our community that it's like, you know what? I know a lot of our people don't have this particular thing, so let me see if I can add this to the repertoire or try to find a way where they can do this, that, and the third.
I feel like there is a big need when it comes to mental health because
Oh,
in our community,
man.
there's always this stigma that, okay, if I say something about mental health, something's wrong, I'm going to get
Right.
kind of blacklisted, put out. Nobody's going to really support me. And so with me understanding that there is a need, a huge need when it comes to mental health, I am going to have a hospital where you can get health care, and then you can also facilitate any mental health needs that you have in a safe space. Because a lot of times when people go to these places, they're judged, they're not treated right. And especially in our community, there's a big disadvantage that occurs. And so I want to create that safe space for our community so that everyone feels loved, they feel safe to be able to heal properly.
Yes, I really do like that. And I think that in a sense, our people, they want to, find help or go get help or, do this, that, or third. But I think that a lot of them, they have that fear of being told what's wrong because they know something's wrong. The lifestyle that we lead, whether it be alcohol, drugs, or just running the streets, this, that, or third, how we eat, what are a few things that you want to change as far as the Black mindset when it comes to actually making sure that your health is in good standing?
That it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to ask for help.
Right.
It's okay to understand the importance of once you get that help, that even if there is something wrong, you're still okay. You still can go on to be okay.
Right.
Because a lot of times we feel like, well, if something's wrong with me, I'm different now. I can't operate the same.
No, it's not that at all.
You're still okay. Actually, that's powerful when you go get help. It's powerful when you take the time to heal yourself, to go through what you need to and get the help that you need.
Because your pride can definitely step in the way of all of
Yes.
that. But if you know for a fact, and let the mental is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not talk about dental because
Yes.
I mean now Black people now for real, like, because I have work that's being done currently. That's why I sound like this. So I had some work done like a few days ago, and then I'm having some more work done. And in this industry, like, smile means everything. So it's like, I'm definitely getting work done.
Yes.
That's why I sound like a little muffled on this side, because I'm getting they have to take some stuff out, replace some stuff. But I think that the dental part of all of that stuff too is bad, especially when it comes to like the addicts in our community.
Yes.
That stuff deteriorates your teeth, and it creates all of this pain and everything else. I see so many people, especially in the hood, with all of these dental issues. Like, they have holes in their teeth, it hurts every time, like when food gets stuck in or whatever, but they can never go to the dental office, or they won't well, nowadays they have it where you can have like a payment plan where you can do that every month versus you having to have insurance now. But I think it's a thing of wanting to actually go do it too. Our people are so powerful, but procrastination has always been one of our very, very yes it's unfortunate.
Yes. And then I also think that in our community there's a lot of people can't afford things.
That's true.
And so it's like, well, I want to go and get this care, I want to go and get this, but then if I don't have the money to do it, how can I do that? And then everybody doesn't have credit. A lot of people feel like, hey, a lot of things are apply for this, and then we'll put you on this plan. Well, what if this person doesn't have good credit for whatever reason? Well, now they can't get health care, now they can't get dental care, they can't get the mental health help that they need. That's a big issue we have.
So then let's bring into the fact that you're opening a company where you want to help people get their life together once they, so talk to us about that exactly. Like, what type of clients are you actually looking for that?
So when it comes to the clients I'm looking for, if you have issues where you feel like, hey, I may need to go to counseling because something's going on with me, or I need to go back to school and get my high school diploma so I can advance my education. I also assist with things like that as well.
Right.
So I'm really all about helping people, because a lot of people feel like, well, if this happened, or if I became a felon and something just, happened in my life, it's all over. I want to show people they can have a second chance no matter what their situation has been.
True that. True that. I like that a lot. And even now, do you have more so people who have actually, went all the way down and they have to come back up, or is it more so people who have just kind of fallen off a little bit and they can kind of still?
I've actually had a mixture of both. More so though, the ones who have went like all the way down, they've lost everything. They went through the worst situations, and they're just like, I almost gave up. I don't know what to do. And
Mhm.
then, my organization comes in to say, you know what? Don't give up hope. There's a lot out here. You can make it. You'll be okay.
Oh yes, most
Yes.
definitely. And I was in the military, so you know, there's a lot of veterans out there.
Hmm.
I see that a lot of, especially a lot of homeless ones
Yes.
who want to get it together, but just mentally, it's like, and you see it all the time, and you want to help in that regard, but I think that it's more so the mindset pushing the body to actually do it
Hmm.
is really the biggest thing. If you're just not tuning in, welcome to another episode of Connecting the Dots with S&G. I'm your host, Jeff Harold. Alongside the beautiful Shay Trinde, we have the beautiful Aneata Sproles in the building. Author, survivor, CEO, visionary, building empires, DFW based. Like, I mean, she really, yeah, she really on it. Yeah, like Shay amped you up. You know what I'm saying?
I just want nobody to get confused with who I was, and I feel like that's a lot of the problem is
Talk
that
to you. Talk to you.
people feel like, oh, if I pop my ish, that's me being cocky. No, when you know who you are, that's how you walk in your purpose. You walk as who you are, who you believe you are, and that is how you
Ooh,
operate.
and I hate when people say like don't pop your shit too much. But here's my thing. I think that a lot of people understand now that being humble for so long got them nowhere. And I'm not
Yes.
saying that you shouldn't be humble, because even Shay had to shake me out. And she was like, "No, be humble, but like you like
I
understand who
mean,
you is."
yes,
Yeah,
it's a way to pop your ish and still be
yeah, and still
humble,
be humble. Like you
but you
don't.
got to know
Yeah,
who you are.
and
You have to
it
believe
and it
that.
only sounds like cockiness to people who don't have that. You see
Yes,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
And Shay explains that to me all the time. People who don't have that mindset of like what trying to be successful is, or
Hmm.
actually aiming for it, of course it's gonna sound like cockiness to you,
Yes,
because you have nothing. You have nothing to show.
yes.
When somebody knows that they it, look at Chris Brown. Chris Brown knows he's the greatest. one of
Yes,
the great.
he don't
Like,
care what you say.
he knows he one of the greatest, and he
So
ain't
I
gonna
ain't
like.
trying to be funny, like, cause I know to bring up his own situation. I know he gets tired of that, but like, he even had like a real serious situation to bounce back.
Yes,
Everybody can't even do that.
Not a lot of people don't
yes,
bounce back from that, and now
Yeah.
this man has literally been at the top of his game for 20 years, and that's how much
yes,
time them went by.
yes,
I mean, fast. So the thing is, look at those situations and understand that your past does not have to, you know, direct where your future goes, but
yes.
at the same time, do you explain also to your clients that this is also free will? I can't
Hmm.
tell you what decisions to make.
Yes, I do make sure that they understand that. And then I want to go back to what we were just talking about. So I don't know if a lot of people know, besides people who really follow me, know the
Mhm.
backstory. So just last year, I had just got out of domestic violence after 5.5 years.
Okay.
I was homeless on the streets of DFW writing business plans. Okay.
Oh wow.
Writing business plans, had it all planned out, was manifesting. I said, I promise you, this time next year, it's gonna be on and popping. And
And
it's gonna happen.
and a year later,
Yes.
we're happy for you, like most definitely. And we do not condone domestic violence. We don't condone none of that stuff. So thank God that you did get up out of that. You feel me? And it's one of those things where I see a lot of women, especially a lot of black women,
Mm-hmm.
who went through domestic violence, and once they disconnect from that, they
Mm-hmm.
end up blossoming into these
Yes.
beautiful roses, i.e., the dress that you
Yes.
wore tonight. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
I went to get it outside. It was dark. I didn't really see what the design was. But I'm like, oh, she got roses up in here. So I was like, yeah, that's crazy. But it's one of those things where you really have to look within, and I commend our black women most definitely, but I do commend all women for stepping out of those type of relationships, because we need y'all. And to like, if you're a real man, you know that we do not condone that. No way, no how. So no, we are happy, and we thank God that you are still here with us to tell us your story, and to actually not only just write those plans out, but to execute them and make them, make them come alive.
Yeah.
We oh God, we just really do appreciate that. Um, let's go. Let's talk about um, CEO.
Mhm.
CEO. You
Yes.
feel me? You got founder
Mhm.
and you have owner, which I know you are, so those two don't count. We know what a founder is, we know what an owner is,
Mhm.
right? Now, CEO, top of the food chain. Now, talk to me, Chief Executive Officer. Who now? What companies are you chief executive officer of, and what is it that you do as a chief executive officer? Because a lot of people, oh, I'm gonna be a CEO. No, no, no. Okay, what is it?
Okay,
Yeah,
so now I'm going to drop some free games.
All
So
right.
a lot of people, they hear that you have multiple businesses, right? Or
Mhm.
they have multiple businesses. They don't know how to brand those and operate those.
Ooh.
So I am the CEO of Aneata's Empire Building Holdings Incorporated. That is the umbrella that covers all of my other businesses that I own. So that is a corporation that I am the CEO of, that I am building a multi-million dollar brand on.
Oh yes, we love that. Okay, now when it comes to actually being at the top of that food chain, there is a lot of paperwork that you
Yes,
have to go
yes.
through, right? And I know, right? It's just like, oh God, and it requires a lot of reading, a lot of writing, get
Yes.
carpal tunnel. I know how it is, right? So I want you to kind of go through like just a quick process of um your company.
Mhm.
What type of paperwork are we constantly like seeing? Like, give me three particular subjects that we're constantly looking at on a daily basis.
There's the finances,
Mhm.
there's the team that you hire, there's the day-to-day operations,
Right,
there's
right.
what's going out here, how are you going to do the logistics over here for this event. So there is a lot of paperwork. A lot of people will see the flyers and be like, go on, girl. But they don't know about them 2, 3, 4 o'clock, all them trips and meetings. And there's a lot when you're running
Mm,
businesses. People don't understand. There's a lot you have to keep intact to keep your businesses running. You
yes.
absolutely cannot run a business without keeping your paperwork in order.
Ooh, come on
Yeah.
now, man.
Don't be
Say,
wrong
man, Shay,
somewhere.
Shay be talking about this all paperwork. And I think a lot of people, it was one of those things where people had brands, but they
Mhm.
didn't have DBAs and nothing like that. They were saying,
Yes.
"Oh, I'm such and such." Oh, okay. Got T-shirts made, everything.
And you see how you spoke on that. See, a lot of people don't understand that. Go and make sure that you got your paperwork in order. Make sure you got your license in order. Make sure you have everything that really brands you as a business. Because when you're missing those components, you just somebody who got a logo. You just somebody who just sitting there just with, I mean, what is it? It's not worth anything. I can take the things that I own, the companies I own, I can go take it to a big investor and say, here's my paperwork. Would you
Right.
like to buy my company?
Mm.
So, that's why it's important to have your paperwork together and have it legit and have it certified. That is very
Right.
important as a business owner.
Oh yes, most definitely. I hope y'all listening to this if you got your own business now, because like, look, she dropping some free game right now. She usually pay people. I mean, they usually pay her. They usually pay her for this. So like, she giving to y'all free. Y'all better understand. If you're just not tuning in, welcome to another episode of Connecting the Dots with Destiny G. I'm your host Jeff Harold, alongside the beautiful Shay Trendy. We have the beautiful Miss Aneata Sproles in the building, and we talking about a lot of positive things in the community. And we've talked about the CEO deal. We've talked about how she's going to be helping people in the community. You feel me? But now, before we get into the entertainment industry, you're a visionary.
Mhm.
And only a visionary has this many damn companies operational under her belt. And
Yes.
these companies are operational.
Yes.
They're operating. They're not just companies on
Yes.
paper, y'all. They're operating companies. Like there's clients on each one. You feel what I'm saying? So honestly, everything that you've seen your entire life, because it seems like, I mean, because we're gonna go back into your life and times in a little bit. Yeah, I gotta ask some questions. But what is your ultimate vision for the Sproles brand? What is your ultimate, like, you know what? This is what I want for my people. This is what I want to do for my people. What's your true vision? What's that one liner?
To impact millions and better their lives.
Simple, to the point, beautiful. Beautiful. And with that vision, of course, that vision just didn't start, yesterday or the day before. This vision had to start, back in the gap. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back in the day, So we go,
Okay.
we gonna run it back to this, what I'm
Okay.
saying? Back in the 80s and 90s, back when hip hop was hip hop. You feel what I'm saying? So I want you to talk to us. You came up in a different era like I did. We came up in the same era, and I want you to talk to the people about, what were a few of the aesthetics of our culture that impacted you and kind of influenced you to step into that entrepreneurial game and the entertainment industry?
Well, I come from a two-parent home. Both of my parents are educators and doctors.
Okay, stop right there.
Okay.
Stop right there. She comes from a two-parent home. I gotta give it up for that. I gotta give it up for that. Because man, say, you don't hear that too much. You don't hear that too much. So a two-parent home, and your parents are educators and
Doctors.
now who's the doctor? Who's the? Or they both?
So my dad was a doctor, and my mother is an educator.
Wow. And your dad was a doctor. Is he still a doctor, or is he retired?
No, he passed away.
He passed. Now, how long was he a doctor before he passed?
So 22 years.
Oh wow.
Yes.
And your mom?
And she's been an educator for over 30 years now.
College or?
She's the elementary, high school, college.
Oh yeah,
she's went international to other countries.
She tough.
Yeah.
She tough for real. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
So.
And then, now the two-parent home, educators, doctors. Now, would you say that they kind of, because it sounds like, it was, they didn't let you see too much as far as like the entertainment industry?
Yeah, see, I had to go sneak and watch the cast.
There we go. I knew it. Yeah.
I'm gonna be for real. I had to go sneak out there to see the Hot Boys and all that other stuff. I want to see how D-Boy them on the block was looking. My daddy had to drag me out the D-Boy's house. Like, listen, you embarrassing our family.
Wow.
I'm like, Dad, he had a lot of money in the jury, Daddy. That's all. I'm trying to get a new car. I'm just saying.
Help the family
you see what I'm saying? They ain't even look at it through my eyes.
Yeah, that's trying to help you out. But it goes through that. So what would you say was, I guess, the one thing that you saw that was, seeing your parents, that's one thing, but was there anybody like, in life on television or anything like that, or just in life in general that was like, you know what? I think I know what I want to do.
I used to always watch Oprah, and I was standing in front of the TV, and I'd be like, I'm gonna be like her one day, and I'm gonna have my own show, and everybody's gonna know me, and I'm gonna be famous. And my parents was like, you don't want to be a teacher or nothing? I was like, no. I was like, I'm gonna be famous. And they were like, what? And I'm telling you, I would write it down when I was little, drawing and everything. And my parents was like, no. They was like, are you sure? I'm like, I'm gonna be just like her. I'm gonna be like Oprah. So yes, I was on it early.
That's right. And we're not talking about after 2006 Oprah. We're talking about 1993 with the big ass hair and the cat eye contacts. That's the one that we talking about. You feel what I'm saying? And so, and Oprah was definitely, I think, like the moniker for Black people back in the day, because a Black woman on television.
Yes.
Oh damn. Oh hell yeah. Yes. And that motivated people.
Yes.
And I think that's the problem. We really don't see anybody anymore in the Black community as far as this particular stature that is motivating. So now it's like we had to motivate ourselves after a while. The older we got, we realized that our heroes, they were the same way we were, hoping, wishing, thinking. You feel me? What would you say was probably your biggest wake-up call when it came to what it was that you truly wanted to do?
I think my wake-up call came when I had to take care of my grandfather. And everybody knew him. We had all this family. Nobody wanted anything to do with the situation.
Oh, wow.
I was a teenager. I went, got medical books, started looking up stuff, was at the library trying to figure out how to take care of somebody on hospice. And my parents was like, you don't want, like, what you doing? I was like, no, I can't let my grandfather go out like this. So I sat by his bedside for 8 months, read medical books, everything before I could even apply to be in a medical school. So that's when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to change the world because the way this went, nah.
There is a presidential suite in heaven just for you. For that, I promise you. Like somewhere up there, it's like he already got a room for it. Like I already got you now. Like that for real. That's beautiful. And it takes a lot of courage to do that. Me as a child, helping my grandparents out. They were both diabetic, so even seeing them in the nude, having to bathe them, change them. Like I understand what you're going through. You feel me? So and that's why I loved working in hospitality. I still do to a certain degree. Love hospitality. I love helping people.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily financial, but it's always like some people don't even want finances. They just need a pick me up. They need somebody to like, hey, I got you. Let me show you something to do.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? Because some people really don't have the resources to really go and do this, that, or the third. Or you have those who just don't want to use the resources.
Yes.
Right? Talk to us about some of the resources that you used when you were coming up in the game, when you were building your empire.
Knowledge is power. Educate yourself. Learn. Read. Understand what you're learning and how to utilize what you're learning.
Read. 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 Like, man, y'all don't like reading. Y'all can read lyrics all day, then that means y'all can read a book. Like, we're playing with me, man. Seriously. And I think that the beautiful thing about that is that this has been operating for how long now? Like just your brand. The Sproles brand has been in operation for how long?
For about the last 10 years now. I didn't expect it to be where it is now, but I knew it would get there. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just this ain't even where I'm going all the way.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not. But you also we're talking about Arthur, a book.
Yes.
Now talk to us about this book. Now tell us the name of this book and what inspired you to write it and what can we expect from it?
So I wrote my book right after I actually came my domestic violence last year. I met a lady and I told her my story. She said, enter this contest. And I was like, I don't know, lady, I'm going through something. She said, enter this book contest and you'll get a book deal. And I was like, nah, I was working at Pizza Hut, didn't know nothing about nothing here. And I went, sat at my job, and I wrote out this speech. And she said, tell me your speech. And she said, I think you're going to win. I said, nah, I'm not. I said, all these other people way better than me. I gave her this speech. She said, you got a free publishing deal. Write your book. And I was like, wait, what? She said, you keep the rights to your book, the royalties, everything. She said, you got a free book deal. And I wrote my book and I released it last year in November.
Congrats.
Shay writing a book too called Can't Knock the Hustle. We
Now you know I was gonna hype her book.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what?
I'm like, my girl, yeah, that's my dog, man. But with the book, I'm pretty sure we'll be, reading about the life and times, of Aneata Sproles. But I want to ask you, and if it's too personal, just let me know. I know that writing that book had to be a tough task to a certain degree, what at those stopping points, those like, I can't do this points. What was going through your mind?
I think for so long, I was sitting there trying to avoid getting it out because I had just dealt with it. I just was in it. I didn't have time to process what was happening because things were just happening. Once I got out, I was like, well, one of the keys to healing is to just let this out. And who knows who this may help. So when I got to those moments, I was like, I don't know if I want to tell that part. I don't want to tell that part.
It gets deep.
I was like,
it gets deep.
What if she over here going through something and she get this book and she need to get out? So even if I may cry for a little bit writing it, but what if she need this as a lifesaver to get her out of something?
You see what I'm saying?
See, like, for real. It was bigger than me.
For real. That's the man. I'm telling you, you literally gave the game plan on how to get up out of that. This lady over here definitely needs that because it's like, oh, shoot. But it brings the fact of, your life is literally a walking story. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has a story that they can tell. Like you or better yet, not even a story. You have chapters as of right now because you have to get older, right? So everybody technically has mentally has their book written already, but it's just you found the courage enough to actually put it on paper, which I think at that point it's like, ooh, okay, I'm really about to put this out there.
And then everybody was like, well, come up with a safe title because everybody's going to read your book. It's out there for a lifetime. I say, no. I said, I'm going to tell you exactly what I felt going through that. And when I named my book, people said the title gave me chills. How did you do that? I said, because I wanted you to understand what you were about to open up and read.
And what's the name of the book?
Sleeping with a Monster, My Story of Survival.
Oh, shit. That sounds like a movie on Oxygen or something. Like, what? Boy, say, I want to read this my damn self. Like, I'm sleeping with a monster. It's crazy. You need to work for Lifetime. But they need you for that. They definitely need you. But if you just, babe, nonetheless, like, no, we really, like, we're happy for you on that note, on that part. Seriously, you deserve all the flowers in the world. If you're just now tuning in, welcome to another episode of Connecting the Dots with S&G. I'm your host, Jeff Harold, alongside the beautiful Shay Sharende, and we have Aneata Sproles in the building, man. Say, this woman is, I'm talking about just a breath of fresh air. Like, it's amazing right now, and I'm too cold with this interview shit. But anyway, moving on to the next subject, we're going to get into the entertainment, and then we're going to get into some of the events and everything that you have coming up. Now, the entertainment industry. Now, of course, all three of us in here are part of the entertainment industry, right? Music, talent, whatever, right? And we've been part of the industry since we were kids because we watched it growing up.
Yeah.
Right. Before we get into that, I want you to tell me, because like I said, this is a different era. You know what I'm saying? I want you to talk to us about some of those musical influences that really like drove you in the music industry.
I would definitely say the Cash Money Millionaires, Master P. Mystical. Dr. Dre, Jay-Z.
Yeah, come on, big dogs. The big dogs. Yeah.
That's the era I come from.
The big dogs.
Tribe Called Quest, Rakim.
Man, what you talking?
Come
on.
Houdini, the Run DMC's a legend.
Yeah.
And then how they turned it from the music to the businessmen and the business aspects of what they did to build empires. I watched that whole situation play out and I was like, oh, it's a lot of different ways you can maneuver some things if you pay attention and learn.
That's true. And with that, what do you say is the difference between that business part then and the business part now when it comes to the industry 25, 30, 40 years later?
I would say it's a lot of politicking. It's a lot of unnecessary competitiveness. People don't understand the importance of collaborating and connecting and putting things together and building wealth together. Everybody's more worried about, if you go make 500 over here, you taking 500 out of my mouth, instead of saying, well, how can we get together? Instead of us making 500 a night, how can we make 50,000 a night? How can we put our minds together to do something?
Ain't nobody thinking about that, bro. I know you is. She thinks about that, but I'm just saying, like, random people ain't thinking about that shit like that.
It's like in the industry here, like when you see people and you talk to them, it's like, well, no, I don't like her, I don't like him, because that they try and take this and do that and do this.
Right.
And it's like, how do you think that other people are banding together, creating generational wealth? We're not talking about a little money to flash on social media.
Right.
We're talking about building real life wealth where these people will never be broke a day in their life, and they have several things that they are branding from just this one thing that they started doing. Why is that so hard for people to connect and collaborate to build something bigger than themselves?
Shay told me yesterday, she was like, people be complaining, talking about, shout out to Zillionaire Doe once again. Shay tells me this all the time. She said, this man put 100,000 behind himself. 100,000 behind himself. boom, 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 stacked up the money and did it. Right? But that's what you're supposed to do. And if you really want to be a big time, you're gonna have to put out some big time freaking money in order to
invest in yourself.
Yeah, you have to invest into yourself.
That.
That's what she keep on saying. And I think that's really a lot of the problem. You know, the talent is there. The cockiness is there. You feel what I'm saying? When you're talented, you're cocky because you know you got it. But the investment, you feel me? And if you can't hope that anybody in the world is going to invest into you, you feel me? Because you have to invest in. And when people see that you're serious about yours, then they're going to be serious about yours.
Okay, so you have to look at it. So if you're an artist, right? And then you say, well, I'm me and I got all these hits and I could do this and do that. What have you invested in yourself? Because if you come to me as a company, a label, a manager, and you say, well, I want you to throw all this money behind me because I'm just me.
Right.
Well, how am I going to look at you? Because you won't even invest 20, 30, 100, 500 into anything you have going on for what you say you believe in, which is yourself. So why should I then take my hard-earned money and invest in you if you don't even believe in yourself to invest in you?
Damn. Shay, did you catch that on video? I was hoping she got the camera up.
Because I'm like, well, because I hear that a lot, and it's like, well, I'm this person and I'm this and I know all these people. You know all these people, but you are not able to acquire what you need to invest in yourself to be something bigger. Instead, you're mad at the world saying the world won't invest in you. If I don't see you believe in yourself, I'm not going to believe in you because I'm not going to invest my hard-earned money if you're not willing to invest yours.
Damn.
That's telling me something.
You want me to invest mine but keep yours? I mean, like, come on now. Like, I can't do all the work for you. Shay used to say that to, like, I didn't heard her say that to people, like, I can't do all the work for you. You got to want it yourself, for real, for real. And I see what she means by that. It's like, you do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just do too much. And it's like, no, I can't help you and then do all this. Like, no, we're not about to do that.
Because I'm looking at it like this. If you don't feel like you're worth, so say like if they're, you know how clubs like the artists these days, it's like maybe $20, $50 for them to perform at a show. So if you won't take that out of your pocket to put yourself on the stage, why should I then take $1,000, $10,000, help you get a record deal, but you won't even take $20 and $50 to get yourself out there in front of somebody by yourself on your own?
Two things can be right at once all day. You know what I'm saying? All day, and a broken clock is still right twice a day. So it's like, bro, you feel me? Like, seriously, dog, like I see it all the time. You know, you can own all your masters and still have no motion. You own all your masters, that's fine, but you're not performing. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. So I don't see where the comparison or the balancing is. So it's like that's really what it is. If you're gonna do this, make sure on this side it matches this too. If you're gonna talk your shit, make sure you're able to back up that you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is.
And if you're not putting in no hard work, what do you expect to pay off? You haven't invested and put anything behind what you say that you want to happen.
Do you now? It's become a lot more easier for the people to get on because, you know, back in the day, you know, if Def Jam wanted to sign an artist, they had to have talent. You feel what I'm saying? So back then, and then they would go in front of the record labels and be out there in the cold with a mixtape for months before they even get listened to, right?
Yes.
Do you think social media has actually revived the careers of a lot of older, you know what I'm saying, entertainers who possibly fell off, right? But do you think that with the you know, boosting of social media, the boosting of all of these particular music apps and everything else, and people streaming apps or whatever, do you also think that it has oversaturated the industry in that regard as far as business goes?
I think it has made people feel entitled and lazy. When I say that, I mean, a lot of people feel like, okay, if I just throw something on social media because I'm who I am, my record's supposed to sell. If I just throw this little video together real quick, don't really care, I ain't putting no effort into it, you're supposed to do this and do that, and you're supposed to buy into me. What happened to the real work ethic? What happened to the real time going into putting out substantial content, substantial things, going out into place? You want a record deal, writing out these record labels and writing out a plan and showing them what you got going on, what your outlook is on what you want to be. You know, whatever happened to those aspects? Because social media is only one platform. You got to know how to brand yourself bigger to be more successful.
That's true. Oh my God, I'm loving this right now. This is amazing. This woman is great. This woman is great. Now we're talking about hospitality because we're talking about being a nurse, and then you're going on to become a doctor. Then we're talking about the actual entertainment industry. Then we're talking about the entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurship is what I'm mostly interested in, right? People don't understand that entrepreneurship is a completely different monster. Um, the brokest days of your life, you're still gonna have to find a way, right? And that's in
Yes.
life, right? Talk to us about the entrepreneurship game. You know how you truly learned about it before you came up in it, and just a few jewels for some people who trying to open up their own, businesses and trying to be more like you. Most definitely.
I would say when it came to the entrepreneur world, I watched my parents start a business in our basement. I watched how they learned how to do billing, paperwork. I was paying attention instead of watching cartoons and TV. And so I just kind of learned a lot from them over time. And I would watch other things and learn about business to really just gain the knowledge because I understood the importance that I could have a business, but if I don't even know how to run it, it's just
Right,
going to be there.
right.
And so the entrepreneur world, there's good, there's bad times. We not always out here just spending money and got all this money coming in. There's a blueprint that goes into being an entrepreneur. You may have to crawl a long time before you get ready to walk and be up there with them pictures and flashing around. So there's a lot of hard work and dedication that really goes into being an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And you cannot skip any steps.
I mean, I'm telling you, like if there are some seminars that like, look, you're gonna get tired, you're gonna get restless, you're gonna get irritated, like people gonna be bugging you, like, look, like you gonna want to jump off a bridge sometimes.
Yes.
Like,
you gonna be up at 3:00 in the morning, like, oh my God, what's going on?
Like, bro, like, you call somebody at 3:17 in the morning. Where you at? I'm on the San Francisco Bridge about to end this shit. Like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I can't do this no more. What do you mean? Like, you just gotta know I can't do this no more. Wait, just hold on, bro. Just hold on, man. But like, for real though, it'll make you like that, but I think that it's more rewarding because people don't understand that the big corporations, right? We talk trash about them a lot of times, but in reality, that's what you're aiming to be. And those people, those CEOs and owners of those billions-dollar corporations that we shit on all the time, oh, they do all this, they do all that. Guess what? They were an entrepreneur just like you were at one point.
Yes.
They were just trying to make their own money and set their families up. They didn't know it was going to be that damn big, probably. And if you're a visionary, you already saw it. You just had to go get it.
Yep.
Right? So it's like, I mean, we got to stop talking bad about these big business owners when we know for a fact that if we had that type of money or had that type of company to run, we have to act a certain way too. So there's a difference between just normal, regular behavior and then business behavior. Business behavior is like, nah, look, if you want this, if you see that dude right there, $15 billion worth. He owns 2 football teams, owns this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Black people dream of that type of power. So we can't keep, we can't keep shit. Just because they white don't mean nothing. Them white people or Mexicans or whatever they are still had the same dreams and aspirations that we did. And they came up in a way harder era than we did. They came up in the Great Depression. So I was like, they grandparents was in line getting soup and trying to get a job. Like, please, like come on, there you can't compare the two. What would you say would be your biggest piece of advice to those people who want to be entrepreneurs and they're trying to they shortchange themselves because they believe that they can never get to that level?
I would say have a plan, have a vision, do not give up. Understand that knowledge is truly power. I can't express that enough.
You said that like 3 or 4 times.
Listen, I'm telling people for a reason.
That's real.
People like, well, it's about who you know, and if you go over here and get a couple pictures, it's gonna happen. You have to have extreme dedication You have to have knowledge, know how to apply that knowledge in order for you to be successful as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be days you're gonna be like, you know what, I toss all this in the trash right now.
That's right. I mean, you know what?
You like, you know what? All these business plans can all go down that way.
All that, bro. On everything, for real. Like I be seeing y'all have no idea. Like people don't see it. I be on certain days. Shay, I done seen her just, I mean, she done threw paper in the air, done ripped that shit up like, I'm done. I'm like, what? And she'll walk out. I had to say, Shay, where you going? I'm done, Jill. I can't do this no more. Like, man, bring your short ass back in here. Come on, man. I need help. Come on in there. But I understand, though, because it's just like, you know, it gets frustrating.
Yes.
It gets so frustrating. And, you know, not just the business, the people in it. The people in it is even worse.
And this is my favorite saying. You have to have the courage to be disliked. Not everybody will like you. I don't care. You can't make everybody happy.
You can't.
You can't.
Cannot.
So you have to keep going. You have to understand what your vision is, where you're trying to go, and you got to keep at that. Everybody ain't going to be a happy customer. Everybody not going to support you. You have to keep going to obtain what you're trying to do.
Exactly. You have to go through those, you know, whoopsie daisies or whatever to actually, you know, see what it is. If a customer doesn't like this, oh, okay, well, they didn't like this, so maybe I can implement this, you know, to help them out. Or this, it's going to be something different every single time. The problem,
sometimes you might just get folks who just don't like you.
Who just,
you know, you do everything right, and they just like, you know, it's you.
I get flack. I get flack every day, seen, unseen, heard, and unheard about how I don't sound black or whatever sounding black sounds like, right? I've been through this, been through it my entire life, going through it now. There's adults who don't, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you sound quite educated to me. I was asking you how many college degrees you had.
I did community college, right? I wanted to do a 4-year college. I'm educated to a certain degree. I have a lot of certifications.
Come on, sir.
I have an HVAC certification, cybersecurity, most definitely. I'm about to do my welding certification as well, jumping into data communications, and I start business school next month as well. So
now, why are you doing that? Because you understand that knowledge is power, and you actually know what your goals and what you want to do.
Yes, I
that
know.
Is important.
I know I want to be a late night talk show host. I know I have the voice for it. I know I have the look. I love dressing in suits from the 60s and stuff. Like I watch Johnny Carson and David Letterman, Arsenio Hall, those guys. So that's who I studied, right? Yes. So I know what it is. I want to be a business owner, you know, nightclub owner, you know, really huge nightclub, just one, you feel me? And have my own little league, you know, company where it's little team. I want all of that, right? But my main late night talk show. I love it. And I want to do politics around 46. I'll be 38 next month. 46, okay. 46, I'm jumping into politics officially. I've already started it now by going to town hall meetings and everything else, right? But that's my ultimate goal is late night TV. If I can do late night TV, that means everything else I want to do, I can do all the way around that. Because now I've built myself, and now the people that have signed me on, now they can have, we can help you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So you build yourself to get to that point, and I promise you, everything you were looking to do, the corporation that you're with, they see what you're doing. We're going to show you a few things. You feel me? So that's what it is. And Shay helped push that vision. You feel me? And shout out to Larry Luciano for putting me in front of this woman. You feel what I'm saying? He heard what was going. He heard what he was like. I gotta take him somewhere else. I gotta take him somewhere where he gonna shine. And that's exactly what he did. And Shay said, "Okay, you got a voice. I'm gonna just let you talk." And that's exactly what she did. She just let me talk. She rarely say a word now during these interviews. Rarely. Because if somebody had to get on and be like, "You don't talk no more," like you ain't said nothing in like 4 months. Like what? You just gonna let him do all of them? But she was just chilling. She was on her phone and everything, just kicking it, right? But when you see a vision and you see something in somebody that's bigger than themselves, and you see it's like, oh yeah, I see where you can go. I see that it's not just seeing them in the city. You feel what I'm saying? It's not just seeing them in the region. You can see their name in lights all over the world. When you can see that, that is when you know for a fact, okay, now I can go forward and do this. I know people are counting on me. I know people are depending on me in that regard to do this. When they say people are dependent on you, they don't mean necessarily financially or anything like that. When they say your family is depending on you, your family is dependent on you to be the one to go all the way to the top because they didn't have the know-how or they didn't have the energy to do it. They're looking for you to do it because they see you. Your family is, it's not that your family want anything of yours or whatever, but they see you. It's like, nah, you that one. Don't you see the rest of your family and friends? Don't be like us. Don't be like them. Go do that. So if you feel like you're the only one in your family that's really like doing this like really hard, that means that you were the one that was meant to do it. You were the one that was meant to do it. You going through all this BS in the middle of this because you were meant to do this. This is what comes with this. Drama, like BS, unnecessary stuff. It comes with this, and a lot of people don't understand that. Like people, this is the industry, and a lot of people will not understand the industry, and that's why if you are with somebody that is part of the industry, you have to understand that there are a lot of things that you do not need to see. There's a lot of things that you don't need to hear. There's a lot of things that you don't need to know. I'm not talking about they out here cheating or whatever like that, but you just know. You just don't need to be around this.
And I remember when I first decided to come into the music industry here and do different things. And everybody would see the men I was around and they're like, well, you know that, you're going to have to eventually sleep with somebody here in order for you to make it.
Eventually.
I was like, eventually. I said, well, let me show you how this works.
Right.
Okay. A lot of people see a lot of the men I'm around. And they're like, well, these are some high prestigious men. There's some big artists here. How'd you get around them? I know you slept with them. And I'm like, no.
I
said, no. I said, see, when you're a woman or a person who knows who you are enters that room, and you know how to command that room and how to navigate connections and collaborations.
Well, you better tell them what it is.
My mind is already somewhere different. So you thinking too low to tell me that you got to sleep with somebody to get what you want.
Man, you better come on with it.
I ain't trying to be funny. Like the real like boss men, like the respectfully, not gonna throw no names up there, but the men that's really doing something. They're not even worried about that.
They not.
That part.
They know who she trying to, bro. They not even worried about that.
They're not worried about none
of that. So that's they again, small-minded, simple-minded ass.
Now let them know that again. The prestigious men about their money and business.
They're not worried
about that. When we sit in them board meetings and we at the meetings, baby, they like, wait a minute, we got 50,000. How we gonna get to 500,000 in a year? You see, those are meetings I that tells me that you can get into the doors. You don't have to do anything you ain't supposed to be doing.
No, you don't. Yeah, you don't.
You really don't.
Bring
your ass set. They gotta bring your ass.
Yes. See, when you ass set, the ass is gonna be. That's gonna be where it's gonna be.
When I said ass tech, I didn't mean bring your ass technically. I didn't mean it like that. I said no. You took that the whole other different route. You took that a whole nother different route. Oh my God. If you're just not tuning in, welcome to Connect.
That's like, what is he doing?
I'm just
giving that kiss to the behind you, Brody.
Okay, Gas Chamber, Jeff for mayor. Oh, yes, thank you, Gas Chamber. Thank you, brother. And you're gonna be right there. You know what I'm saying? As my advisor, you know what I'm saying? Whispering.
I just work for y'all.
You heard that right, Gas?
Yeah,
giving me that, whispering what I need to do as far as like, man, you need to go ahead and navigate that way. Oh yeah, I already know what's up, man. And we are here with the lovely Aneata Sproles. We're about to wrap up in a little bit. Just got a few more questions. First and foremost, this has been a phenomenal interview. This has really been good. I really like this. And you're a great person to interview, honestly. You've been smiling this whole time. It's just beautiful. Like, it's a great energy. I love it. You have a lot popping off. Now, we're going to talk about 2026 in a minute, but 2025, the rest of 2025. Now, you just released the book, of course. You know what I'm saying? The book is out, and of course, you've been, driving that through for a while now. Now, I want you to talk to us about a few things that are going on for the rest of 2025. Now, I know your artist JB, right? Your artist JB.
No, that's just my brother.
No, just you're not okay.
No.
Artist management, not.
No. That's
Okay.
my brother.
I'm thinking. Okay, that's it. Okay,
that's my brother. I love a lot.
Now, but when it comes to that, when you're artist management, you have to look for certain qualities and everything else. So, but a lot of artists just feel like they could just be managed or whatever like that. What type of I'm not talking about artists. Now we'll talk about artists because I'm kind of chopping everything up right now. But I want you to talk about what type of person first that you're looking to manage, and then tell me the type of artist that you're looking to manage.
I want to manage people who are dedicated to enhancing themselves, who believe in themselves,
right?
Who are willing to invest in themselves, who are willing to put the work behind becoming a greater version of themselves.
Okay. Now, what type of artist would you like to manage?
Someone who understands that this business comes with a lot of ups, downs, moving and shaking, and you really have to understand what you're getting yourself into because it's hard work. And you have to be willing to not try to skip steps. You really have to believe in your passion, and you really got to put the work in and make it happen.
Y'all heard that, right? So if y'all trying to get a manager, y'all know what's up, man. This game is, to be sold, not to be told. And if you want it, yeah, you got to come get it, man. For real. Y'all know what's up, man. And what are a few events that you have coming up for the end of 2025? Because it's about to get cool and cold outside. And I know we're going to be dressing up in boots and jeans and whatnot. So talk to me. What you got going on for 2025?
My 2025 is busy.
Yeah, talk to us. Talk to us.
So October, my nonprofit, we are doing a Halloween event, October the 25th.
What, Shay?
Yes, we are doing a trunk treat where we are looking for partners, everybody to come be a part of it. We are going to be at Daniel Dale Park in Dallas.
Oh, that's right by the house.
Yes.
That's right by the house. I'm good. Okay.
And then also we have our Christmas drive that's happening December 20th. And then we have the North Texas Food Bank that we are partnering with for Thanksgiving, that we are going to try to feed 5,000 people in DFW for Thanksgiving.
Ma'am, I would love to. How can I sign up for all of those?
Okay, we can work on that.
Yeah, I want to sign up for all of those.
We'll definitely donate for the trunk or treat.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. No, because we have an event. Do we have an event that day on the 25th? I'm not sure.
We do, but it's at night. What time y'all doing the trunk or treat? I'm pretty sure the trunk or treat
at night.
Yeah, we do it from 12 to 4.
Yeah, but kids.
Wait. Sure 12 midnight to 4 a.m. or 12?
No. Yeah, so we can definitely hit that before we got a Tater Club concert.
Hell yeah. We can definitely do that.
And then I am going to be a little busy. I ain't gonna put all the artists out there part of this, but Cache Vault nightclub is going to be opening in downtown Dallas. I am going to be the owner, and I am partnering with some other artists, and we are going to be opening a nightclub and lounge in downtown Dallas for 2026.
Y'all hit me up. Promo marketing. Y'all hit me up.
To all my brothers out here, let's go see this. Y'all, Cache Vault nightclub and lounge. We are coming to business next year, 2026.
Y'all hit me up.
I don't know what you're gonna have me do there, but I need you to have me do something. Okay. Like the opening, I'll do interviews, anything, but that's downtown where again?
So we are gonna do downtown. There's a few buildings we looking at. We haven't picked out the one we want just yet, but yes. And then we have a music studio coming next month.
You see what I'm talking about?
Because the importance of collaboration over competition will put you in position to win because it ain't taken away from nobody. Everybody sit at the table and eat.
Facts.
Damn. This is, oh my God. This is amazing, y'all. Y'all have no idea. Like this is crazy right now. You feel what I'm saying? You are putting yourself literally in a position where now, I mean, people have always looked to you, came to you for information, but now it seems like you're about to step this up a whole nother notch, a couple of notches, as a matter of fact.
In the words of my brother JB, you got to kick it up a notch.
You can't be scared.
Got to kick it up a notch. Only you know how much pressure you can apply.
Miss Sproles, before I wrap up, I have literally one more question. Mm-hmm. Where does Miss Sproles go from here?
I am going to go on to become the most wealthiest woman in the world in the state of Texas and build a multi-million-dollar team and make sure everybody around me is successful as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the beautiful Aneata Sproles. That was amazing. Miss Aneata, I want you to tell the people if they want to do business with you, if they're looking for, artist management, if they're looking to put you in a movie, if they want to, if they try to do, but tell them exactly where they can find you and how they can reach you.
Okay, if you are looking for me, I am on Instagram as Wealthy Aneata. If you are looking for me on Facebook, I am Aneata, the Empire Builder Sproles. And if you would like to reach me directly, you are welcome to call my business phone, which is 737-304-2120. Serious inquiries only. I do counseling, everything you can think of, business, help you get it together. It's time to make more multimillionaires and build generational wealth.
Oh, real quick, where is 737?
Oh, that's an Austin number, but I am in the DFW Metroplex, Dallas, Fort Worth, all around.
Y'all heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Sproles has left the building. This has been another episode of Connecting the Dots with S&G. I'm your host, Jeff Harold, alongside the beautiful Shay Trendy. See you when I see you. Peace.
Got a little Georgia on my mind. Wish I could chill, gonna press rewind. Little homesick, but they say that I'm fine. Checking my blood pressure one more time. Gotta hit the measure before I run out. Stay pulling up, I got my gun.
I know what it ain't, cause I got motion. I'm tryna be great, so I stay focused. From the triple D to the TV, even in the streets, they all can see that. City loves me, yeah, the city loves me. Yeah, the city loves me, yeah, the city loves me. Yeah, the city loves me. You gon' all see why the city loves me.
Stacking that paper up and staring. Graveyard in my pockets. Dead presidents, let them rest in peace. And if motion is the money, I be where I wanna be. Ain't no once the city love me. And I ain't gotta show out. I just show up, pull up. Sit back and motivate these hoes who wanna glow up. Hold up or fold up. Pretty white teeth in the big truck. Keep them on their feet like a tow truck.
Said the only way I move is with respect, so nigga pay me one. I can't keep sending my bitches to the track, I had to lay me one. I show love and I get love back, my heart the bravest one. They say it's enough money for everybody, so bitch save me. Some the best to ever do this, boy, they know, So I can't fuck with these niggas, they some ho, I hit the bank, check my balance, it say grow, In my own lane, fuck you if you didn't think I'd blow,
I know what it ain't, cause I got motion. I'm tryna be great, so I stay focused. From the triple D to the TV, even in the streets, they all can see that. City loves me, yeah, the city loves me. Yeah, the city loves me, yeah, the city loves me. Yeah, the city loves me. You gon' all see why the city loves me. I be that super cool, that nigga, I can't trim, I be the trimmest. Kick it, P, I am the biggest, PSK, I stand on business. Ayy, first I wasn't popping, now I let them haters witness. I remember I was broke, now I thank God that I got plenty. Face card never decline, catch me swiping through your city. I'm just fucking with the team, got a shout out since they trended. Came to Dallas with that motion, ain't nobody fucking with me. I got love up in the city, LIC, we super litty.
Yeah, the city love me from the baddest to the ugliest. From the cliff straight to the boat, back up the road, we getting money. Stack that bread, stay out the way, they start to say you acting funny. Is it my car, is it my clothes? You see my style ain't giving bummy, babe. I'm looking like a snack, you tryna feel me in your tummy. Keep going back to back, then ain't the energizer bunny. Look at my city, that's a fact. I'm big dog, ain't nothing puppies. It the feel that I sip that make your mama wanna fuck.
I know why they hate, cause I got motion. I'm tryna be great, so I stay focused. From the triple D to the TV, even in the streets, they all can see that city loves me. Yeah, the 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 city loves me. You gon' all see why the city loves me.
Never tried to fit in, I was born to be a standout bitch. Can't be around with no anybody, I'm here to do some standout shit. Before I try to fit in anywhere, I'ma stand alone. Tryna be up in my business, might throw your ass a bone. Got my people reaching out, they tryna see if I can slide on slippery slopes and wet nights with body language 205. Too real to just be doing anything for some likes and clicks. I'm having all this motion, baby, you can't help but see a bitch. Yeah, the city love me, but I'm feeling like I'm in a maze. All these flashing lights and cameras hot, got me in a daze. Out to get this money, I done came up with too many ways. So when the hate start coming in, can't even say I'm fake.
I know I hate, cause I got motion. I'm tryna be great, so I stay focused. From the triple D to the TV, even in the streets, they all can see that city loves me. Yeah, the 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 city loves me. You gon' all see why the city loves me.